And we are live. Hello, my friends. My name is Evelyn Joy, and welcome back to my channel. We are giving a voice today to the people who are suffering with Hurricane Helene, and I'm sharing video clips of the devastation to get the word out about what is going on. I'm going to be sharing what is the government doing to help, what is going on, and we will definitely be praying during this live stream for the people that are suffering. All right, so 1 second. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I'm going to share the first video. This one just has music in the background, so I'm going to instead read the caption while it plays on mute. So it says, 13,000 are missing. Towns are gone. Millions without power, fuel, shelter, or food. Not one word of concern from our president or vice president. How much more will we stand until we stand? Now, this was yesterday that this video was made. So today the president has said something, but let's go ahead and watch this video real quick. Ain't no telephone bill. So you can see a lot of buildings that are just completely flooded. You can see an operational, okay, well, there it ended. Okay, that was the end of that video. Okay, all right. 1 second. All right. So next up, I want to share another video with you about Table Rock. 1 second. Let me see if I can get back to the beginning of the video. There we go. I think so. Okay. So there's one city. So there's been at least 5 states that have been affected by and hit by this hurricane. And North Carolina has had some of the worst of it. And here's a gentleman sharing footage and talking about that.
Okay, this Chimney Rock is gone. It's wiped out. Most of the buildings in the Chimney Rock Village area are damaged or completely missing. The bridge into Chimney Rock is gone. All of the stonework at the entrance gone. Literally, the hurricane opened up in that mountain valley and it all flooded through. I don't know how many people are missing. I know because we were 10 minutes away at my cabin working on the artificial emotional intelligence stuff with my lead engineer, and we had tons of damage in our neighborhood. Trees were down every 50 feet across the power lines. All the power lines are down. They're not going to have power up there for weeks. You're not hearing about this because there is no cell service for 50 miles. There is no power for 50 miles in every direction. No one is getting information in or out. They are just now starting helicopter evacuations from people who are stranded. We couldn't get out, and the roads in and out of there are still blocked to the point the National Guard cannot get in. You know who I work with. You know I'm resilient. We got out of there by grabbing a chainsaw, packing the car up, and cutting our way through multiple trees to be able to get through down to the roads that I then had to slide about 1.5 feet past a sinkhole. So, yeah, you might want to get on the phone to North Carolina governance and federal emergency management and get them in there because people are hurting. We had everybody set up. We spent the last 40 hours helping all of our neighbors. We set the Starlink up on a generator, left them a ton of gas, handed out all the cash that I had, and I could not do any further good. So we noped right the fuck out of there because everyone's going to have to leave. The devastation there is flabbergasting, to say the least. You can't do anything. What you need to do right now is pray for these people. Not kidding. I hope to have some kind of updates from the locals who are now using the Starlink for communications in and out of the area from my cabin. I gave everybody access So all they have to do is just drive by and get messages from loved ones and be able to communicate. There was a lot of stress level, and there is still a lot of stress level of people who cannot communicate with their family to let them know they're either okay, or find out if their other family members short distances away in other areas that are also wiped out are okay. So yeah, there you go. I hope your day is going better than everyone in Lake Lures and Chimney Rocks and Western North Carolina, because the whole area is wiped out. I-40 is shut down. Multiple highways are shut down. They can't get in or out. We're not looking at getting power back for multiple weeks, if not months. If you weren't in the path of that hurricane, count yourself lucky. So pray for these people.
All right. So that is one of the best videos I have. That's an overview of what's really going on in some of the worst spots. Here is a jarring video about a bridge that was just completely obliterated in Tennessee. We can watch it right before our eyes. Okay, there we go.
Get out of the way. Deep wind. Oh, God. Deep wind. There went the 107 bridge.
107 bridge.
107 highway bridge is gone.
There's the highway bridge that is gone. So that's the highway bridge that's gone there. That is crazy. The 107 bridge in Tennessee out. That is insane to watch. I saw some videos of whole towns have turned into rivers. I've seen dams that are just gushing water. And there's theories, I might not talk about the theories, but some people think that this was planned or staged. Who knows? By evil people with amazing technology that probably they shouldn't have. Who knows? So let's watch the next one. I'm not sure the location of this, but this was this is a recent Hurricane Helene, to my knowledge, is what this is from. So some people say, well, why didn't you get out of there? Some people didn't know it was going to be as bad. It was going to be, they didn't know the dams were going to break. They didn't know, or maybe they did try to get out of there. There's some stories of in some towns, they've tried to get gasoline and there's no gas at any of the gas stations around. So how were they to escape? Also, the traffic was really bad. So those people were in traffic trying to escape when the dam broke. So let's talk about what some of the people were doing. Now, some of them were on top of their cars. Why were they on top of the cars? Because they don't know how fast the water's going to rise. You don't want to be trapped inside of your car when the water's rising. Also, the impact of that water was moving so strong that it was moving cars. So if a person were to try to swim in that, it would be a devastating result. And plus they could get hit by a car. So some people were like standing outside of their car and the cars in front of their car were getting pushed. And that was like a dangerous choice. Some people were on top of their cars. Who knows if they made it or not? Really sad to think about. And then some people were like coming out of their windows, really, really sad stuff, man. And then also we have this is really sad. Humanity, man. So while people are there are truckers trying to get supplies to them. And there are these like vigilante, evil They give me the impression of Antifa, but I don't know who they are. Evil homeland terrorists. I don't know who this is doing this, but they're slashing the tires of the truck drivers at the truck stops when they take a rest at night while they're trying to drive to bring supplies. Don't believe me? Here's a truck driver sharing that information, and he's saying which exact like truck stops have had tires slashed, like up to 9 tires per truck that's trying to bring supplies. So this is crazy, man.
Denmark, Tennessee had 50 trucks with slashed tires. 50 trucks with slashed tires. That's on I-40 through Tennessee. Exit 126 in Holiday, Tennessee. Loves had 5 trucks. One guy had 9 tires slashed. And exit 163 at the Loves in Dixon, Tennessee, there were 16 trucks with tires slashed. So if y'all are traveling through that area, avoid those truck stops. Try not to stay overnight in those truck stops as of now. They've got authorities working on what's going on, and it's some kind of an activist group that is doing this. So y'all be careful, be safe out there.
So meanwhile, while devastation is happening, there are people who are preventing truck drivers, 50 trucks at one spot, 16 trucks at another spot, preventing truck drivers from bringing supplies. And this is even worse. Here's another person who's trying to help, who has resources to help, and he's being told by FEMA to stand down. What? Listen to this.
Plan to go to East Tennessee, Irwin, Newport, and all that tomorrow. And for the last 48 hours, I've also been on the phone with EMA operational people, trying to see who may need my thermal drone most and whoever I could assist better. And then I get a phone call and an email where we're being told to stand down. I had a woman named Laura ask for help. Her brother got swept away. They have a video of him being swept away, and she's just asking for help to get him. Danielle and Alex, no offense to y'all, I've heard from these 2 people about how he went to take generators and supplies there, and he was turned down. The water, food, stuff like that, turned down. I understand this was all so fast, but at the end of the day, man, putting a halt to everything while there's people's lives at stake that are sitting out there somewhere that don't have anything, that may be trapped, may be hurt, and you're asking people to stand down that have the capabilities to help somebody. If you was going to tell me, hey, the military's coming in here, Coast Guard's coming in here, they're in here immediately, maybe it would. Even crews that are in there working right now have been told to stand down. Why? I have something that I know would help. Steve has one of the best drones there is. He has 30 MT. That is one of the top fucking thermal drones, man. And yet we're being told to stand down. It doesn't make sense to me. Look, man, I won't be in the way. Hell, I have trucks, trailers. I can bring water, food, anything they need. I can stock it full, bring it to them. But I'm being told to stand down. There's videos right now going around of people fighting for water that's coming off these trucks. You have families that have nothing anymore, swept away, gone. But yet we're being told to stand down. For what? Please tell me why. For the plan to go.
Okay, so something's going on. I mean, people are being prevented. So what is our president saying during these times? Here is, I'm not going to speak for him. I'm going to let him speak for himself. So here we go.
Everything that we have, we're on the ground ahead of time. So we're working hard.
Are there any more resources the federal government could be giving them?
No, we've given them, we have pre-planned a significant amount of it, even though they didn't ask for it yet. Hadn't asked for it yet.
Wow. Thanks, President. So are you going to send any more resources? No. Meanwhile, he just approved today $541 million for Taiwan. I like the America First plan, because if America's not okay, why are we sending all of our funds overseas to help protect other countries when America needs some help? It's our tax dollars. We should choose where it's allocated. And guess what? We're going to be voting. Let's see. I mean, that's what Biden said. What is Trump up to? Let's see.
They're not being responsive. The federal government is not being responsive. But they're having a very hard time getting the president on the phone. He won't get on, and of course the vice president, she's out someplace campaigning, looking for money. So they have to be focused over here. It's too big. This is a really bad one. And The governor's doing a good job, but he's having a hard time getting the president on the phone. They're being very non-responsive. We're also going to be we're talking with North Carolina. We're trying to get them hooked up with communication. They're totally closed right now. North Carolina has really been hit hard. Really, really been hit hard. The hardest. And you can't even get in there right now. And there are a lot of people that have been injured or worse. Very bad. North Carolina. We're working with the people in North Carolina now to get them hooked up for communication. And in the meantime, we're at Valdosta, and we're with the mayor and the congressman and everybody else. We've brought a lot of supplies. We're with Franklin Graham, who's been always fantastic in these cases. Nobody better. He does with Samaritan's Purse. He's done an unbelievable job. And how is it going, Greg? So Franklin needs a lot of volunteers, and I know he'll get them. He's done an incredible job in these instances, and this looks like a bad one, really, compared to the worst we've seen in years. The worst we've seen in years. So if anybody, maybe you can get that word out, the media can get the word out. He needs volunteers as quickly as possible.
And have you reached out to President Biden about federal relief efforts?
No, I haven't reached out to him. No, I think he's sleeping right now, actually.
And looking ahead to tomorrow night, what's the biggest goal for J.D. Vance at the debate?
I think J.D. is going to do great. He's a very smart guy. He's done a great job. People like him a lot. He's against Tampon Tim, I think, who I don't think should have ever been chosen. He's not qualified. But JD's a very smart guy, as everybody knows. I think he's going to do great.
Did you offer him any personal advice?
No, he doesn't need that. Well, but we've been speaking a little bit back and forth. I think he's in good shape. Yep. Thank you very much. Thank you, Fred. Thank you very much.
All right,
Thank you.
All right, so that's all the clips I have for you. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video if more things happen. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.